Hey everyone, today we'll talk about the patch notes for July 8th. There was actually quite a lot of things to go for last week, but this week we don't really have too much compared to it, so it should be a pretty simple one. But anyways, let's jump right in and talk about it. First thing we have is the rest of the Pride of Nights substream story. It will be released with the Act 3 and 5. Act 1 and 2 was pretty lengthy, so I'm assuming 3 and 5 will be very similar in that sense as well. So probably another 5 hours or so to go through within the stream. They're also going to be adding new CGs that you can purchase from the substream shop for this one as well. So make sure to check that out once they are updated. Next, we are going to be getting new Awaken exclusive gear, and this time it is going to be for Minstra. And you can farm this gear by clearing Bottom of the Shade Hard Mode Act 1-2, which is a Horizons substream event story. So clear that story and you should be able to farm her gear. And here are the gear pieces itself. It's going to be a tag HP and a hit accessory. And the latent ability is going to be locked with the skill haste value. And these are stat options that you can get with the option 1 and option 2 slots. And as you can see from option 1 slot, it is missing the skill haste. Skill haste is definitely most essential stats for the Minstra. And missing that from option 1 is going to be a pretty crucial thing. So it all comes down to how much skill haste the latent ability can give with this gears. Relic gear, for example, it can give up to 11.5% for the weapon piece, and on top of that you are going to be getting something like 2% for the option 1, so you're getting over like 13% skill haste per weapon piece. So if that's the case, this gear should be a really viable option for Minstra, being able to have a good amount of skill haste but also able to roll with useful stats. And it's just my personal opinions. I think Awaken's Hyun received a really amazing gear because she was very underwhelming even with the reactor level 1. I think she is now considered a good 6 cost ranger units that's viable for both PvP as well as PvE. Still not perfect, but she received amazing exclusive gear to actually make her able to stand out and compete against other character. Minstra, however, I think with the existing gear already, she is considered a really amazing character for both PvE and PvP. So does she need another layer of upgrade gears to make her even better than what she is? I'm not too sure. So that's just my opinions, but if she ends up getting amazing value with her latent abilities, I guess you can consider something like, let's see, range damage. That's going to be a good option for her. And special skill damage amp, that's also going to be another amazing stats. You can go with the option 1s, and counter damage is going to be really amazing in PvP as well for sure, or even soldier damage, so depending on your choice. But we'll see what happens. Personally, I don't think it will be, but like I said, I could be always wrong. Next, we have a Championship Season 2 announcement, and it's going to be having max level capped season bonus, meaning all your characters is going to be locked at 120, and as well as your operator skill, maxed out skill as well. So if you're a rather newer player who doesn't have all these requirements, don't worry about it. They'll be all maxed out. I think this is definitely the most newbie friendly kind of season buff they did for the champions mode as well as some other modes. So make sure to participate and you should be able to get pretty decent rewards just by playing for a while. Next, we have a co-op battle rotations, and it's going to be getting warm season 14, so it should be a pretty easy one for next 3 weeks. Next, we have a danger class rotation with the bishop appearing as the boss with the buff for the counter units as well as debuff against the mech unit. And it's going to be having Origin of Change, so I think Esterosa should be playing a pretty big part, even Ray as well. And other usual rotating content, as well as some login bonus rewards, as well as the Bottom of the Shade substream resource drop, so you can farm Minstra gear for the returning banners. For Awaken 1 first, we got Minstra, of course, since she is getting her exclusive gear most likely. We also getting Lazadia, Mordred, as well as Replacer Queen, all amazing sniper units to this date. For SSR units, we are getting Rita, one of the best SSR unit exists to this date, as well as a Dorothy and Lulu the Nightmare. Space Hound Raika will be also added to the standard pool, and for returning operators, we get the Merlin, Shishab, and Agnes. And lastly, for changes and improvements, the main thing is that Alan Birmingham from the hard mode is going to be getting nerfed. Its HP, attack, and defense value will be going down. So that is pretty much it for the patch notes for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I will see you guys next time with more video. But anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.